How's it going today, guys? Castillo Trading coming to you with another video lesson for the day. I have made a video lesson on this before, but I want to just do another one just because I did it about a year ago and some things have kind of changed as far as the indicator goes. But this is going to be a video on my nPOC and daily POC prints over on TradingView. I get questions about this almost all the time, guys. This is something that a lot of people reach out to me for. And so this video is going to go over how I use them for trading, where I go to use them for trading, and where you can go elsewhere to kind of get nPOC levels as far as like volume profiling goes, because there's much more to volume profiling other than just nPOC levels. The way that I like to say my version is more like a dumbed down version of finding a specific area that makes a higher risk reward entry. But to go into this, guys, first things first, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, head on over there and subscribe. I'm coming out with a lot more content, a lot more shorts, a lot more videos for you guys. This was that first nPOC video that we did about a year ago. We're gonna do another one today, kind of just going over some updates, that sort of thing. But one thing I do want to talk about with volume profile is you can get a lot of this information from certain platforms like Exo charts, Sierra charts, things like that. They really do have a good breakdown and a more complex breakdown of what to look into as far as volume profiling goes. Value area highs, value area lows, there's deltas, there's different things that go into it. And Sierra charts and Exo charts really do bring to light all of that information if that's something that you're looking for. But this is kind of what volume profiling looks like, is just volume on the side, right, on the candlestick. So what I like to do is I like to go into Ethereum and BTC, and we can kind of just go over exactly how to go over this and kind of just add this to your charts as well, guys. So first thing is first, the indicator that I have on here is called SVP. Now the prior video, it was called like SVPV or something like that, but this one they've changed it, they've updated it. So again, that's why I'm making this video. And I don't think I have anything in the inputs changed from just the default. I think value area volume is 70. I'm not sure what the default is, but this is what I have it as, row size 24. And then really the only thing is extend the POC to the right. You can extend value area high, value area to the low, to the right as well. But the one thing that is important to me is the naked point of control, guys. And that is where the most volume comes in on a specific day or time frame, right? Depending on what time frame you're looking. And so I'm going to go over what I use, the charts that I use, the time frame that I use, that sort of thing within this. But these are the inputs for the settings. Again, guys, the indicator is called SVP. So add that to your chart. Like, it doesn't create nPOC levels past a certain point. I'm not exactly sure. So you're going to have some nPOC prints that aren't going to be on this. I've been doing this for years and I've been mapping them for years. So, I have prints up top that the indicator that you add will not find these. But again, if you want any questions or, as to answers on some of these, the reason being is we have nPOCs all the way to the right as well. And being on this time frame, I think the nPOCs only get created from about, a couple months back, maybe a year back, that sort of thing. So there is some data missing. But again, if you really, really want to map them all, you just have to go to replay and go back, and then you can get the data that comes from the prior days as far as nPOC levels goes. That's how you can kind of get some of these ones up here. So, that is a quick breakdown of what I look for, the indicator that I use. And then also when you get these prints, there's not going to be an nPOC. So what I go in is I actually add them myself, and I kind of map them with a horizontal ray, and then I kind of add nPOC. So we can kind of just, obviously here, and then this one is going to be 3745. And then to mark them and establish them, just the template I use is nPOC, and then that's how we kind of mark them as nPOCs that have not been touched, right? Because what happens within these prints is once price action kind of starts to touch these areas and to hit these prints, is they kind of close, as you can kind of see on this wick. We kind of had a big move up, and then it closed these nPOCs, and then price action continued. So that's exactly what we look for on BTC, right? That's exactly what we look for within our strategy, is to kind of find different nPOC prints, have patience for those prints, and then we can kind of go based off of that. But I do want to use an example on Ethereum. So Ethereum here was a great bid that a lot of my members caught based off of nPOCs, and this is exactly kind of what we're looking to do. If we go and replay, we saw that we had two nPOC prints down at the bottom around this 1550, 1540, and when price action was extended above those nPOC prints, we wanted a retest of that level. And once we got a retest of that level, that's where we wanted to long, right? So while a lot of people are kind of chasing long in this wick, nPOCs can just keep you grounded to have a game plan and have patience for that game plan to unfold. So we didn't want to log into the wick moving higher. What we wanted to do is have patience for these nPOCs at 1553, 1523 and 1545. And if we continue to just play this, it was honestly one of the perfect entries for Ethereum going forward. You know, we had a drop to the downside, closed these nPOCs, got some entries, and then we can just continue. You guys know how things have happened. We've moved up from there. So again, this is just something that I use as an indicator that adds confluence for my trading. Right now, are these areas and are these levels going to be 100% foolproof and you're going to become a millionaire overnight just by using them? No, they're levels of areas of interest, right? So just looking at BTC, we can see that we have an nPOC down here at 3,745. Now that is our next area of interest to long, and of course things are going to depend based on your time frame. And going into time frame, for me, you can use this SVP indicator on anything you want. You can use it on any pairing of Ethereum, any pairing of BTC. You could use it on altcoins if you want to. But again, guys, you have to stick to one. So for me, I use nPOC levels for BitMEX charting on BTC and Ethereum on the 4 hour. Now, there's gonna be prints that, vary. All these levels aren't going to be exact based on an exchange because this is gonna be the BitMEX exchange. And volume inflow on specific days vary from exchange to exchange. So Bybit may not have the same nPOC prints as BitGet, and BitGet may not have the same nPOC prints as BitMEX, and so on and so forth. So my biggest advice to people is just pick one and stick to one. Stick to a time frame. Either, I think it's going to be either the 2 hour, the 4 hour, or the 12 hour. Those are the three within nPOC levels that make the most sense for me. But I stick with 4 hour both on BTC and Ethereum, and I chart them on BitMEX as well. Again, you can use Bybit, you can use Binance, whatever works best for you. But again, I'm always going to be using BitMEX, and so some of these prints may vary from time to time. I get a lot of messages saying, well, why don't I have an nPOC here that you do, or why is the exact dollar not the same to yours? Well, here's the answer, guys, because each exchange will vary based on volume for that day. So BitMEX may get a print that happens right here, but Bybit's print is going to be just like a little bit lower, or they might not have a print at all, right? So things are going to vary, but my biggest advice to you guys for this is just stick to one. So that's currently, what we look for. And then we can kind of go setting up game plans based on that, right? Like if you don't have any long exposure to Ethereum, but you don't want to chase, well, then just create a game plan. We have some nPOC prints lower. Well, why don't you just have a little bit of patience for 17.96 to kind of come close out those nPOC levels. And this is where you can kind of get your long entry. And then based on your position size, based on the entry that you get, you can kind of run your risk based off of, a percentage loss, a hard stop loss, or just like a run of the lows, wicks, levels, that sort of thing, depending on, what you think is going to be the best stop loss for this specific setup. But again, guys, I have to reiterate, this isn't a foolproof system that is going to make you a millionaire. All this does, it gives you areas of interest to the upside, areas of interest to the downside. You create game plans with them, and then you capitalize on those game plans with your trading. And so, same thing for Ethereum, right? For the upside, if you want to short, wait for a level of upside to short into. Don't just blindly short when you don't have anything. As for right now, we're waiting for 19.95 to kind of short into and maybe get a move down. So we have our longs, we have our shorts, and it's just a matter of waiting for those to play out. I always say that there's three good components to each trade, right? Three of them. The first one is creating a plan for that trade. The second one is having patience for that plan to unfold. And the third one is actually capitalizing and sticking to that game plan. So I hope that this video can be, some help to you guys. Again, the indicator is called SVP. And if you guys aren't over in my Telegram, please DM me to get over in the Telegram, because I'll do a lot more explaining with these levels throughout each day. Each day I'm in the Telegram bright and early in the morning, all the way until market close, all the way until the end of the night. I'm giving you guys updates. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys over in the Telegram. Peace.